Hello, I'm Peter Bergman. This is my official YouTube channel. I'll be updating you with the latest news, so please subscribe to my channel.
Welcome back to our channel, the ultimate digital sanctuary for every Genoa City fanatic out there. Today is another wild ride through the soap cosmos, and we are absolutely thrilled to unpack the latest jaw-dropping developments with all of you. Let's not waste a single second and jump straight into the madness, okay? I literally cannot believe this. Can we please process this mess together? Because I just hit record at 3 a.m., my eyes are practically bleeding from screen glare, and my sanity is hanging by a thread thinner than Victor Newman's patience. Unbelievable, guys. What's going on here? I am overflowing with psychic damage from a decade-long grind of defending these characters, and today they have finally pushed me over the edge. We have absolute legends carrying this entire narrative journey on their shoulders, while others are single-handedly testing my grip on reality, and I am here to name names and drop the hardest of truths. Look, I am abandoning the script because this zero-filter, hyper-casual breakdown is the only way I can survive the sheer narrative betrayal we are witnessing right now. Let's start with the absolute hurricane that is Phyllis Summers. Basically, Phyllis is currently running around like a woman possessed, frantically hunting down Matt Clark after he just up and vanished from his hotel room. Listen, Phyllis is playing a game of 4D chess where the board is on fire and she's out of water. She needs times to find Matt to hand him over to the Newman family on a silver platter. Why? Because it is her only get-out-of-jail-free card to force them into dropping those crushing legal charges against her. Honestly, watching Phyllis operate in pure survival mode is one of my low-key obsessions. Suddenly, she is everywhere at once, acting like Genoa City's most unhinged investigator. It's a total game changer for her character arc. But come on, how did she let Matt slip away in the first place? The audacity of this man. And while Phyllis is spiraling into a frantic manhunt, what is Nick Newman doing? Basically, Nick is out here trying to execute one of the most high-stakes major flexes of his entire life. He is secretly trying to broker a backroom deal to save Phyllis from the legal slaughterhouse without having to surrender Newman Enterprises in the process. Look, Nick is trying to have his cake, eat it too, and somehow keep Victor from flipping the table. Honestly, I respect the hustle, but Nick is absolutely delusional if he thinks he can outmaneuver the Newman corporate machine without spilling some blood. Wait, maybe Nick doesn't actually care about the company? No, that's not right. He definitely cares about his legacy. Whoa, I've really gone off chasing butterflies into another dimension. Bringing the signal back, let's stick to the script. The point is, Nick is walking a tightrope over an active volcano. Please tell me I'm not the only one losing my mind over this Abbott family dynamic right now. Because Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins Abbott are suddenly giving me emotional whiplash of the highest degree. Listen, Diane has actually decided to give their marriage another chance. Yes, you heard me correctly. After all the horrific, deeply traumatic fallout from what happened on the yacht, Diane is somehow finding it in her heart to try and heal this fractured relationship. Honestly, it is a miracle. Diane is carrying so much trauma from that yacht disaster, yet she is looking at Jack and saying, okay, one more time. It is profoundly beautiful, but also absolutely terrifying because we all know Jack Abbott is a walking emotional time bomb. Basically, Diane is putting her heart on the line, and I am screaming at my monitor, "Be careful, Diane!" Which brings me to Kyle Abbott, who is currently the only person in this entire family with a functioning prefrontal cortex. Kyle is completely paralyzed by the fear that his father is going to sabotage this fragile reunion. Basically, Kyle sees the writing on the wall. He is terrified that Jack is going to continue weaponizing Patty Williams in his endless, toxic, scorched earth crusade to get revenge on Victor Newman. Look, Kyle knows that if Jack drags Patty back into the crossfire to mess with Victor, the collateral damage is going to instantly vaporize any chance Jack and Diane have at happiness. Honestly, Kyle's anxiety is so palpable it's bleeding through the screen. Suddenly, Kyle is thrust into the role of the tragic peacekeeper, desperately trying to defuse a bomb that Jack doesn't even realize he's holding. Wait, why are we like this? Why do we care so much about these fictional billionaires ruining their own lives? Because we can't look away. Jack Abbott's absolute, unyielding determination to make Victor Newman pay is the cornerstone of Genoa City lore, and right now, his vendetta is reaching terminal velocity. Jack doesn't just want a corporate victory, he wants to annihilate Victor's soul. Listen, Jack's ultimate endgame right now is to shatter Victor's marriage to Nikki Newman. He wants to tear them apart. Honestly, the sheer level of petty vindictive hatred here is staggering. Jack is looking at Victor and Nikki, the absolute titans of this soap opera, and plotting to detonate their vows. Basically, Jack is willing to risk his own newly salvaged marriage with Diane just to ensure Victor dies alone and miserable. It's a total game changer because if Jack uses Patty Williams to blow up Victor and Nikki, the fallout will restructure the entire power dynamic of the show. The stakes have literally never been higher. But wait, because just when I thought my brain couldn't handle another subplot, the writers drop a massive, mysterious bombshell on us. Unbelievable, guys. What's going on here? Devin Winters is currently preparing to walk into a psychiatric hospital to meet with Mariah Copeland. Basically, this hospital visit is about to rip the lid off a whole new Pandora's box of mysteries for the upcoming week. Look, Mariah being in a psychiatric facility is already a heavy, emotionally devastating storyline, but throwing Devin into the mix? Honestly, it's one of those major flexes by the writers that totally blindside you. What does Devin know? What is Mariah going to tell him? Suddenly, the entire vibe shifts from high-stakes corporate espionage to deep, unsettling psychological drama. It is low-key my new obsession because the sheer unpredictability of this hospital encounter has my mind racing with 1,000 different theories. Let's be real for a second, my fellow Legacy stans. Because we are all collectively suffering from the same psychic damage, we sit here week after week, watching Phyllis scramble for her life, watching Nick try to play 4D chess against his own father, and watching Jack Abbott repeatedly choose vengeance over his own wife. Honestly, it is exhausting, but it is also the most intoxicating television on the planet. Basically, the way these storylines are converging is an absolute masterclass in chaotic storytelling. You have the Phyllis and Matt Clark manhunt colliding with the Newman legal threats, while the Abbott family threatens to implode over Patty Williams. I am spiraling through a chaotic feedback loop of transcendent hype and absolute narrative betrayal. Might delete this later, but I seriously can't stay silent about this anymore. The way this show manages to hijack my nervous system at 3 a.m. is criminal. Listen, if Jack actually manages to break up Victor and Nikki using Patty, while Phyllis somehow captures Matt, we are looking at a fundamental shift in the Genoa City universe. Honestly, I don't even know if I want Jack to succeed or fail anymore. Actually, I definitely want him to fail because Victor and Nikki are endgame. Whoa, I've really gone off chasing butterflies into another dimension again. Bringing the signal back, let's stick to the script. We are strapped into this roller coaster, the brakes are completely shot, and all we can do is hold on for dear life as the drama redlines. I am dumping this unedited, raw, emotional fallout onto the digital hive mind because I need you all to witness my existential collapse.
Thank you for watching my video. I will be updating regularly with the latest news, so please remember to subscribe to my channel to support me.